morning and welcome everybody. I'm Libby Delkmo Harris, the CEO of Strategic Book Advisors, and I'm super excited today to introduce you to the amazing team at Brain Grenade. They were introduced to us by our marketing consultant, as a matter of fact, who said, I think you should connect with these ladies because they work in the same space that you do. And I can honestly say, after meeting them, getting some great conversations going, these guys are amazing. So, Suzanne and Paige, wave. There we go. Who's who? All right. So anyway, I want to just introduce them and I want to give you an opportunity to hear what they do and really feel the power of their process and how it can really take your business to the next level. So ladies, I am just super curious. How did you guys meet? You're not sisters, right? No. How did you meet? And then who was the brain trust that said, we should do this?
Yeah, honestly, it's really funny. So, I've known her husband for 7 years now, and he was hiding her from me, which is total bullshit, right? So he never came up with the thought of introducing us. I actually created the agency, and I was like, I feel like there's like this piece missing. So I put it out there to the universe. I was like, okay, universe, just like bring me that like the missing piece. And I ended up having a follow-up call with her husband, and out of nowhere, he's like, have you ever met my wife Paige? And I was like, no, but that sounds like a whole you problem. Like, what? Why haven't you introduced us? And when he introduced us, she was in the process of transitioning out of something else. And I get the immediate, she's the piece because I needed more help in operations. And I was like, oh my God, okay. So we talked about, working together. We were just like, you know what? We'll get together. We'll create a little offer. Universe, like, bitch, you got jokes, right? Because clearly our offer is not little. But we got together, we came up with our offer in 10 minutes. We constructed the entire infrastructure of it within an hour, and we sold out our beta in 10 days.
Yeah.
Like, it was like just that quick. I was like, okay, confirmation.
Yeah.
Like, it was like not even
Right?
a question that that's exactly what we were supposed to be doing.
Yeah. And my husband regrets it because we come together now.
Yeah, because now we become friends on top of working together. So it's like now we're friends and we work together. So it's like there's no separation time. And it's like a whole thing.
No.
So every conversation has an element of personal and business always woven into it.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah. Like, I mean, we just make fun of each other pretty consistently.
Yeah.
Like,
We are like siblings at this point. That's why when you said, are you sisters? I'm like, no, not technically, but she also has adopted my son as her nephew. And that's the thing that makes it really fun. But I think it's also the connection that is needed when we're doing something so in depth with people's businesses, because of the fact that it's not just, we all know that business and personal are not mutually exclusive, like in terms of your own stuff, right? Like if you are dealing with some internal shit, then your business is also dealing with that internal shit and it's suffering. So when we work together, it's like there is an interwoven piece because it has to, in order for us to diagnose what's going on. And that's how we kind of keep each other accountable as well. So it's this beautiful woven thing, but then it's also allowing us to really help our clients get into what they need to do, not only strategically, but then also personally, because we're doing it ourselves.
Yeah.
So it's giving them permission to be like, yeah, maybe I do have a money block problem, or maybe I do actually have this like inner thing that's like keeping me from growing or scaling that I'm not really realizing. Right. And so it gives them permission to do that work as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. So talk to me about the process. So let's say I sign up for one of your retreats, which is amazing looking. Not going to lie, when I saw the pictures, I thought, well, I could go and, talk books, right?
Yeah.
I'll just be there like on the periphery at the beach. Anyway, so talk to me about that process because it looks pretty intense.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
In a good way.
In a good way. Yeah. Like the way that we work with people is like it's not typical. So we have one offer. That's it. And that's what we really like teach and preach. Because like honestly, simplification is the easiest thing in the world. A confused buyer doesn't buy. Right? Confused consumers do not spend money. So we keep it super simple. So when people sign up with us, the first thing that they get is a 2-hour deep dive strategy session for us to figure out exactly what's kind of going on in their current footprint of their business.
Yeah.
Where do they want to scale? Where do they want to grow? Because we really work on the empire building for coaches and consultants. So we're looking to take them to that next level where now, instead of just being a coach consultant that has to show up to get paid all the time, now they're going to treat their business like a business and have that become a money-making machine, right? So we look at all of those aspects. What are you doing now that's working? What are you doing now that's not? Let's see about making some tweaks and modifications so we can get some clarity around this to see what's going to work for you, what might not work for you, right? Just so they can feel into it a little bit. Then we have to kidnap them for 7 days.
That's the retreat.
That's
the
but it's
Kidnap me. Take me.
right? Happy to, right? But we do that purposefully because when you're in the day-to-day is listening to what everybody else is saying. It's being in the spaces that have taught you to stop trusting yourself and stop listening to that voice inside of you that says, I'm meant to do great things, right? It's about like kind of like shrinking yourself down and trying to fit into everybody else's fucking box, which we always say, break the damn box. The box doesn't exist, right? The only way that you can do that is being immersed into your own intuition. We do that.
Yeah.
We do that for 7 days. 7 days that we like literally extract you from your day to day because we need you to be in your own space, your own energy to be able to create from your zone of genius. So we have between like 16 to 20 people typically on a retreat, and you cannot tell that all of them were doing the same work.
No.
You can't tell because everybody leaves with something totally different because it's theirs.
Yeah.
It's not like, here's our blueprint, follow this exact thing. Like, we don't do that shit. Like, we want them to be in that space. So in those 7 days, we extract everything that we need from them, and then we send them on their merry way. And then we start our 90-day build process. So that's where we start building out the cool shit. That's all of their branding. So if they need to revise their branding, we revise their branding. We do all of their social media graphics. We do all their social media content. We do their website content, their sales funnel content. We do their voicing guides. We create an entire master plan for their business, and then we execute on all of those pieces. And not just for like the business here and now, but the business 5 and 10 years down the road, because we're even creating their CRM systems, their sales funnels, their websites. We're creating all of this stuff so that they can continue to grow into the future vision of their business.
And constantly having to redo it.
You don't have to redo it.
There's no pivoting. There's no like chance. Like there might be some updates, but there's not a constant revamp and a constant redo or renovation of everything that when you're not setting it up that way happens every 2 years, and so it's such a key piece too to extract them because we do it for ourselves. Like we know it's like every quarter, it's like we go somewhere and we don't talk to people because we can get affected by it too. We can also like come up with an idea that's like, is that really ours or is that something that somebody else is telling us to do? Right. So it's like we have to do that purposefully. And that's what we encourage them to do even all the time, even ongoing, so that they can sit with it in their body and really make those decisions because it's not about us. It's not about us. We literally bring them the template that we know works to extract the information, but what they build is not anything that we give them. It's all from them. And I think that that's what makes us different from all the other business coaches that are sitting there going, this is the template. This is the steps. This is like the 3 things that you have to do to make money. And we do it at a third of the cost of the industry. And that's the magic in 90 days.
In 90 days.
In 90 days.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you guys like us are very driven for speed because, money likes momentum, right?
Yes.
Let's be honest.
This
So
is
if you're moving, that's definitely a huge asset. So I am impressed because you're right. There are so many companies out there that put you into a template or a cookie cutter kind of space of their own, right? And they're like, oh, you fit into this category, you fit into this category. But like our books that have that personal, your voice, their businesses that you're creating for them are completely their own, right? And because, you get that feeling in your stomach where you're like, this is me, this is the right thing, right? That can only exponentially eliminate a whole bunch of roadblocks. Because if it doesn't feel right, you don't want to do it, right?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's like you're off to the races.
Exactly.
Exactly. And that's why we include a ton of coaching in the entire process because we want them to be able to settle into their own energy, their own space, their own zone of genius and own that shit.
Yeah,
because
stay in it.
like it's so hard to be able to step into it and then get pulled back into, societal standards of what you're supposed to be doing, not realizing that like every time you get pulled back into those societal standards, instead of actually living what you're supposed to do, living into your purpose and doing the purpose driven work that you're supposed to be doing, every time that you get pulled back in, money runs away from you.
Yeah.
That like you turn into Pepe Le Pew and the cat's fucking chasing out the door. Like it's like I'm out, right? Because legit, like our whole mission is to be able to have people step into that zone of genius and own their space so exclusively that when people say, "Oh, I'm looking for someone to help me with this is the person for it." Like people just know it so innately because you live in it because it's purpose driven.
Yeah.
And it's no longer, potentially purpose driven, like, oh, I have this great thing, but then this person told me to do it this way and this way and this way and this way. And then it gets perverted into something that it's not.
Yeah. Which is why we do a lot of the coaching after the 7-day retreat. We don't just like go on this amazing retreat and build it and you guys just like leave us. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's literally we do the one-to-one coaching, we do group coaching, we do a mastermind, like if they get invited into our mastermind where all these other people that have been working with us are, so that they get held accountable, so they stay in their own body, in their own space, because we will challenge them, but also because now that we've been working with our clients long enough, they start to challenge them too if they hear it because we've, it's like they understand like, oh, wait, is that yours? Like, it's like a good question because when you go home, you go to this amazing 7-day space and you are in your body. But when you go home and you're a wife or you're a husband or your dad or a mom or whatever, a lot of the times it's easy to reset that, right? Like it's like easy to go back into old patterns. So because of that coaching on the back end, we don't abandon people like that. And we do hold them accountable to keep moving forward. So that's just another piece that's super imperative because just the build is not enough. It's
Yeah.
like you can't just like with you with your books, it's like the book is not enough on its own, right? So it's
There's
like
gotta
you
be
have to
momentum.
have the momentum on the back end, which is why we coach them in that. And then that's and she and I work in like the lead generation, help with them, the sales help with them, and all of those pieces. So it's not just like, oh, I have this pretty website. It's the fact that you have all the pieces from entry into the flow of the offer so that they can build the business that they want.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so this, I got to be honest, this is giving me goosebumps because it's so transformational, right? It's
Yeah.
like literally, okay, you might be this caterpillar, but we see the beautiful butterfly that you are, and we're going to get you to that. So, do you guys have a story of when you were working with somebody and you see in their face when that
Mhm.
light bulb goes off and they're like,
I would say,
Yeah.
I,
right?
right. So
We have it happen every time. So
it happens every time,
every time people work with us, they cry.
every single.
And some people, like, you can see their faces light up, but then others will be like, "Oh my god, fuck you!" It's like,
And like
yeah,
that
we
we get the fuck you,
understand.
which
We
is fine.
understand because it's like they're like, "Oh my god, this was literally right in front of my face
It's
this
like
whole time."
like,
Right? So it's very like it's great because we have like so many times where it's like we just watch it just like click, but we've also seen it where we've had clients. Actually, if you want to talk about the
yeah.
situation,
So
she witnessed something with one of our clients, and it was like just like this total.
So there was a lead up. So I'm going to do a brief lead up to this because just of the context. So I knew this person from a different place, different networking opportunity.
Yeah.
And we had started working with them. And she and I, the client, actually were going to the last networking event that we were a part of. And we have been doing a lot of work with her, getting her back into her body, all this other stuff. And then I just visually watched it as this other coach just kind of ripped it away from her. And I'm sitting in the room watching this. And I saw her physically shrink down to the floor because she was told like the words she was using were not correct. Like all of these things were bad and negative, and she just shrunk down to the floor. And I was like, no, like, and I mean, I actually defended the person because I was like, no, you're not going to do this. Right. So then we take her into a VIP experience because we're like, you know what, we need to really like get her out, which is actually how the retreat was born, is because we realized we have to do these retreat experiences. So we took her to the retreat experience and she was sitting there. And I just, we remember because we were sitting there and she kept correcting herself. Like, I can't say that word. I can't say that word. Can't say that word, which is exactly what this guy was telling her, like in her head. Right. And we were like sitting here and we're like, no, sweetie, like you can literally say whatever the fuck you want to say here. And this is safe. Like there is no rules. There's no nothing. There's nothing. And she kept, it took a couple of minutes to kind of, we were bouncing back and forth and I saw it click. And she just started to cry because she said, you mean I can say whatever I want and it's not wrong. And it was literally like, yeah, nothing's wrong here.
Mhm.
Like you have to be able to sell the thing you want to sell. You can't, you can't sell that if you can't talk about it the way you need to talk about it.
Yeah.
Right. And so she like just sobbed. because there's like this big breaking free of it. Like the chains kind of came off, and not kidding. Like she went out like later that day and started filming content. It was like the highest content reach she had because she finally could actually just talk about it.
Yeah.
And now she's kicking ass. Like she's doing like beach boot camp. She's a health coach. She's doing beach boot camp. She's doing like all of these online groups. Like she's kicking ass.
Yeah.
And like that's what we wanted to see for her because she could actually talk about what she wanted to do. And now that she's stepping into herself, she's just kicking ass.
Yeah, because even her branding was not aligned. Her
No.
branding was like created by this other coach, so it didn't feel centering to her. Her website, same thing.
It was very masculine.
It was very masculine. And you work with women, like so we
Like,
were
what?
so
Yeah.
confused because but because this coach was like telling her like this is the rigid way of doing things and follow these exact parameters, it's like she wasn't able to build in that zone of genius. And as soon as she was, like now everything is in flow for her.
It's
And that's
beautiful.
literally for all of our clients. It's the same thing. The more they build in flow, everything just keeps flowing, right?
We have
So-
another one that just like locked in like 3 opportunities just because
Mhm.
she went to. So it's a photographer. She does photography and consulting.
Oh,
Branding consulting is basically what she does with
Yeah.
photography. And she literally goes in and she said, "Guys," because we had our group call yesterday with our mastermind, and she's like, "Guys, I just went to this tattoo invitational for me to take photos because I love tattoos, and I'm getting approached by all these tattoo shops to do their branding work." We're like, "Oh, fuck yeah!" Like we got so excited. Literally what she's supposed to be doing. And she was holding herself back for all these other reasons. And now that she's just authentically aligned, just getting all these offers, she just got offered like a co-teaching position at a place to come in to help kids learn photography. Like all of these things are happening to her that she absolutely aligns with and loves.
Yeah.
And so that's what's happening with all our clients. It's just the flow and the floodgates open as soon as they step into who they are and what they want.
Yeah.
Just unleashes.
But yeah, and honestly, like when we saw her yesterday, I was like, can we just address the fact that I have never seen you smile this hard ever. Ever. The entire time that we've known her, never seen her smile as much as she's smiling now because she's loving what she does so much. And I think that's the thing that people start losing is because when you're like in that like, overwhelmed state or, do trying to follow all of these rules, you fall out of love
Yeah.
with what you do.
It becomes a job again. And that's not what we want to create or work.
Yeah.
We hate work.
Yeah. We love our 4-letter words. Work is not one of them. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So that's two really amazing stories. When you're working with clients, is there a difference? Do you get both men and women who want to do this work? Or is it predominantly women?
No, both.
We get both. We get everybody.
Yeah.
So we are very inclusive. We always say, like, whatever the story is that you need to bring out to the world, we're here to help you get it out there. Just like you do it with books, we do it with the actual like business aspect of it. So we are very inclusive. We work with everybody. We don't look at gender as a defining factor.
No.
We look at it as the only thing that we want to do is be respectful of people's space when they go on retreats. So we make sure that everybody has spaces to themselves, right? We don't want them to feel like they're going to be like, in a place where they're going to have to like, bunk up with someone that's going to be uncomfortable for them. Even for people that are like, husband and wife and they run the business together, a lot of times the wife will come to us and say, "Can I have my own room?" Like, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, because you need that space. Like, because we understand that. Like, that's the thing. It's like we want to give people the space to be able to grow and learn however they need to, right? So we work with everybody. We work with every type of, gender, every type of experience. And it's as long as they're a coach or a consultant, like we work with them. The only people that we don't work with in that space are medical or law because we just don't have the experience in it.
Yep.
And then with HIPAA rules and stuff like that, those are the only restrictions that we have. But when people want to come to us because they have this kind of space, we're like, yes, how can we tell? Like you help them tell their story. Like we do that in the way that we help them present their business. It's like, because it is their baby, it is their story, it is part of who they are. Because when we know as entrepreneurs, you build your business, it's part of you. This is part of us because we both had really horrible experiences in business. We both have had horrible people like tell us not to do something or try to get into our heads or try to manipulate the situation. Or we've watched as people get gutted and like just taken for granted. And we're like, no, that's not what we want anymore. And that's why we created it.
Exactly. And being screwed over isn't gender specific.
No, it's not.
It's on both sides. It's everywhere. It's on every side. Right?
It's all the sides.
It's all of them.
All the sides.
That's how we work with everybody.
Yep.
And we find that
and
actually
big advocate for people in the LGBTQ plus community as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Because we want them to have a safe space to actually create what they want to create as well and not feel like there's any restriction in that just because they, they lead an alternative lifestyle. So we have no restrictions on that either.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. because there are a lot of different types of people out there who might think this isn't for me. But I appreciate that you guys are so inclusive. So, I can think of at least 4 or 5 clients just off the top of my head that we have that I would like to refer to you. Now, do you guys have any free offer that I can point them to?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. We've got a really cool one, actually.
Yes.
So, we do a free strategy assessment. So, this is a way for you to kind of dig into what are you doing in your business right now that's like actually in flow and what's not inside of your operations, your marketing, your sales, your PR. We call that the outward authority. We look at like all of the aspects of like, what's going on currently in your business to see, are you ready to scale? Do you need to make some tweaks and modifications? Then we jump on a free 30-minute call with you. And in that call, we're going to kind of go over everything, then give you things that you can start doing immediately to start making some tweaks and modifications to get your business more in flow. So this isn't a pitch fest or anything like that. We
Mm-mm.
genuinely just want to make sure that people have something to start working off of that was within their own zone of genius so they can start releasing the old and start coming into the new, because this is where we get to all come together and really help clients thrive.
Yeah. You leave with about 1 to 3 things that you can actually implement right now so that like you can actually create the momentum that you need. Because we also know that some people are not ready for the full shebang and they're
Yep.
just not ready mentally for that. And this will maybe get them to that point where they can feel ready, right? And just for them and their growth and everything, just like when you talk, it's like, it's not about working with us. It's about the fact that we want everybody who really wants to create this life for themselves to succeed, even if it's not with us.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that makes sense. Now, based on that, on your strategy, are you looking for clients, for consultants and coaches who've been in business for like a couple of years so they have a little bit of foundation from
mhm.
which to kind of, this sounds horrible. I've got a foundation that I'm going to break down and rebuild, but that's really what you guys do, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, because we need them to have some kind of basic business knowledge is really the big key piece. Because there's a lot of people we work with that don't necessarily have their own business built in a lot of like we work for people that are moving from corporate to like coaching consulting space, right? So they haven't really created that, but they have a lot of the business background that we need because we don't really teach those pieces when we're working with them. So if they have like the basic business knowledge, like, usually around 3 to 5 years of that exposure, then yeah, we love working with them. They know the trial and error. They've done the things that they don't want to do. Now they really do know what they want to do. And that's just like, life. You
Yeah.
have to kind of try a bunch of things before you figure out exactly what you want.
Right. And they have to have that clarity.
Yeah.
Clarity is really important. We're not the people like that you're like, I think I want to do this, and I think I want to do this, and I think I want to do this. We're not those people. We can't help in that space. We have to have people that are very defined in this is what I do. This is how I support people. Even if you don't have the right language around it, that's totally fine because we can help with language.
Mhm.
But you have to be very firm in you're done pivoting. You know what you want. You know what you're building, and it's something that we can help you scale.
Yeah.
Because the scalability is something that we always look at. And for the most part, I mean, we've only come across maybe one business that wasn't really scalable because the client didn't want it to be scalable.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, well, we can't help them because if you don't want to scale it, there's nothing we can do.
But
And
if you
that's
don't
totally
want it,
fine.
yeah, if you don't want
It's
to,
totally
it's
fine.
fine.
We just want to make sure the person is like, I want this to be a business that's going to be a money making machine for me. Because that's what we look at doing inside of that, like, that free strategy assessment. We look at how can we take what you currently have and amplify so that you can start having more flow coming in, get some more time back, have some more cash flow come in. I'm like, one of the big things that we always work with our clients on is, multiple streams of revenue,
Mhm.
multiple, right? We don't want you just relying on one stream of revenue. We want there to be multiple ways of revenue coming into your company. So that means that you have to be prepared for that expansion. So that's the big key for us is you have the experience, you know exactly what you're doing, you have the clarity on it, and you're ready for that expansion. You're ready for it to start paying you instead of you paying into it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And then you have to be able to take criticism.
Yeah. Yes. You gotta be
And
ready for the
we're very in your face.
yes.
If you can't tell. But we say it with love because we understand exactly what it's because she's had over 20 years of experience in this space and I've had over 15 years. And it's like, that's why we say the things because we understand like there are certain things we will never critique like the dream of what you want to create, but we also know there's certain things that just don't work. And
Yep.
so we're going to be able to like, if you come to us with 16 different offers, that doesn't work.
Yep.
That's not going to sell, right? So if you're not willing to pare it down to one, then obviously we can't work with you, you know? So that's a big defining.
Yes. Yes. Be ready for change.
Yeah.
Ready for the big stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if they drop the word strategy in the comments, then that gives our team the ability to jump in and give them access to that strategy assessment. So that's how we can help. Yeah.
And we have a good time doing it. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
might as well.
Right? If you're not having fun, it's not worth it.
No,
Right?
not at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. And you do have to walk through a few fires, but to get to the other side is pretty amazing. And I'm so impressed with what you guys have put together and are offering. It sounds amazing for so many people to really get that clarity of who they are, what is their purpose, and how that all aligns with their business and book, right?
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
We definitely
Yeah.
go together.
Exactly. Which is another reason why we work so well together, because like when they have the clarity points, when they know what they're doing, their voicing has become really clear. Their branding has become very clear. Their vision, their offers, all of that is super clear. So by the time they're coming to you, it's like everything is in this like pretty little package with a beautiful little bow that we can pass over. And that's why we work so well together as referral partners, because we can pass that information over to you guys so that when they're writing their book, there's so much of that heavy lifting that they don't have to do because they've already done it.
Right. Right. It's a beautiful relationship.
It
Yeah.
is.
Very harmonious.
Yes,
I don't know what
right?
that was. I don't. That wasn't.
Harmonious.
There we go. This one. I was
Yes,
trying to because you're above us, and the screen. I think we're trying to.
Like, I don't know.
I haven't had coffee yet. That's my only excuse.
Okay, and I will totally take that as an excuse. No
There you
worries.
go.
Yeah, because I've already been sucking it down like it's, mother's milk right there. Got to get
We
going with my day. Right?
We
Well,
understand.
thanks so much for joining me. It's been so awesome to hear more about your business and get to know you both. I can't imagine that somebody wouldn't join with you guys and then just rock it. Their whole coaching, consulting business would be amazing. Truly amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And we would be happy to do that strategy assessment for anybody that's interested. Drop the word strategy in the comments and our team will reach out to you and get that booked so we can have a fun conversation.
Yay! Awesome. Thanks so much, you guys. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you. We appreciate you.
Thanks.
See you soon.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.